Alright boys, welcome back to another Grand Cross video. Now the ReZero banner has been been shown and it's not the greatest, so I've already made a video about that. But the characters are coming, and regardless of what the banner is and what Netmarble is being greedy about, they are coming and they are very, very good. We're going to go over all the skills here. You're going to see them in the background. I'll skip forward a bit so you can kind of see the gameplay and when you start using them. But boys, there's a dirty meta coming very, very soon, and Loli Merlin is going to be in the front of it, so be prepared. So first, these are all unknown units, and they all buff up unknowns too. So let's go over the skills. On screen now, you can see it as towards the gameplay. Emilia, unknown race. When the hero receives attacks from the same, well, I guess when every hero receives attack from the same enemy 2 or more times during an enemy's turn, cleanse all debuffs from allies, and then also freeze the unit for 2 turns. Massive. I'd say this is more of a nerf to assault melee. Any character with AoE skills is very limited now, because you can't attack someone twice in a turn, otherwise you get frozen. And if you do get frozen, then it may actually affect this one here, but it's 2 turns. It's a massive thing, right? It's kind of what Galen wishes he had, right, for his commandment. And not to mention, you remove all debuffs. So if assault melee decides to go for, hey, let me do 2 AoE skills, and you attack them bare times, you got like 50% of your defense lowered, being remove all of it. It's a free cleanse for them doing nothing, for you do nothing. It's massive. Second skill, which you can kind of see in the background, I guess the first skill, you did see I got back as well, you can kind of see it. It is a freeze card, but it's more like Jericho's red one and Gustav's green one combined together. So turn 1, you can see right now if I go to it, it does freeze on the tier 1, which red Jericho doesn't do. It has to be a tier 2, so basically what green Gustav has, or red Murder for example. Like red Jericho, when the freeze is removed by using the skills, ultimates, or anything after the turns have passed, inflict damage of 40% of remaining HP. Obviously this does scale up depending if it is a gold card, so they combine both the skills together. This is the best freeze card in the game. It's just disgusting, like any character. And then, not to mention, you're freezing them for 2 turns as well with the passive. Broken. The second skill is, you'll see in the background too, is to inflict damage equal to 180% of attack onto enemies and deplete ultimate gauge by 2 turns at the end of the turn. This is the exact same skill that Green Gopher has. This is kind of good because, well, you can't really use Green Gopher with this team because you have to be different races. So now you're kind of forced to use either Red Gopher or the other unknown race characters. And then if you do use Red Gopher, you actually have some ult drain. You have this skill here. And from the looks of it, you can see here right here, it does a little bit of attack, so you are going to crit, so it's not too bad, but it's not too bad. And then the ultimate, as you can see, you may recognize that ultimate. I swear I've seen that before. And you'd be right, this is the exact same ultimate that Lost Flame Medios has. And we all know how good Lost Flame Medios is, so this is a very good thing to have. Now, that being said, don't think this is broken straight away. Assault, I guess Lost Flame Mediotis is very good, but he has very good stats. He's a festival unit, so I do believe her stats are a little bit worse. And, you know, Lost Fane, even at 1 to 2-6, isn't the greatest, but the thing that does save him is the fact he does have some good cards, like his AoE charge, and he does get critted, or he ranks up every time he gets critted. So don't go thinking this is absolutely broken, but it's a very good thing to have, don't get me wrong, right? But just bear in mind, you probably have to get this like 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 even to do some real big boy damage. And then, well, you can't because the ban is bad. So move on to the Beatrice next. There we go. Beatrice is also a blue character, as you can see. Her kit is not too crazy, but very, very toxic and probably the best friend to Loli Merlin. I'm going to get into that in a second. So the passive, I'll just jump up to a gameplay, I guess. The passive is kind of what makes this character good. So increase the hero's HP-related stats by 5% for each unknown ally in battle. That does mean, well, you want to use a full unknown team, and Loli Merlin is an unknown race character. And that's what... I'd assume it counts as sub as well. So what, up to 50% of HP-related stats, which can be very, very tanky. Kind of hard to kill. And not to mention, recovers HP of unknown allies by 6% at the amount of hero recovery rate when using skill. So you're also healing. You're also healing your allies. So Loli Merlin, big downside to her is the fact that, well, if she takes damage, she can't you know, heal back. The only good healer was Elizabeth, and that's on the ultimate. So, you know, when she gets to like very low HP, she's kind of very bad, right? But now with Beatrice, you're going to fully heal her up. It's going to be insane. And then, well, the first skill, which you just saw there, is to inflict 400% of attack onto an enemy and then lifesteal 100% of damage. Like, how did she die? It's going to be insane. So not only is she healing your whole team with a passive for free, basically, she's also doing lifesteal so she can keep herself alive, so she can keep on healing, doing a lot of good stuff. Second skill is I don't know what her stats are, so we have to wait and see. But with Ram and the support, it could be very useful. But inflict despair, which which does damage, and then pop, it just heals back to you. Good skill. You saw if you know Blue Zeldris. Very good character, but he does have a high crit chance and crit damage and all that stuff, so he does do, like, he heals like quite a bit, but just trying to kill this character is going to be so hard. And the ultimate too is to do damage. You can see here, it actually look pretty cool. Inflicts damage equal to 350% attack onto one enemy, so only one character, and then inflicts, does lifesteal 5% damage. You want to have this 6/6 probably for gear PP, because, you know, if you're doing more damage, you're going to heal back as well. So, yes, killing this unit is going to be toxic. Trying to get her down. You can see her ultimate now when you play it. Funny enough, when she got leaked, we thought she was going to be like Oslo and Hawk. So, I feel like this could have been an expel card. As you can see, you kind of put them in the portal. You know, that could have been an expel card. I can see that. But very, very good unit here. Going to be very, very toxic. Loli Merlin is going to be nasty with her. So, I mean, I'm happy for that. Because, well, Loli Merlin is an unknown race. Me, we know we have Ram. So here is Ram. She is green, which is a little bit weird. I thought she would have been red just for the hair color. But as you can see, she's unknown. She's not demons. But to be fair, I think I preferred that. If she was a demon, that means she would have worked well with sub-medios. But because she's an actual unknown race character, she does work well with Loli Merlin. And I did say in my last video that, well, they released Attack of Titan Eren, who just afterwards, before that came out, was, what's his name? It was Diane and Joro. So they were trying to push like a little, you know, an actual debuff, or what's it, giant meta, basically, but they didn't work out. But then because Loli Merlin came out, and then the reason after was they are trying to push an unknown race character. So her skills are very straightforward, actually very toxic too, but just jump right to the gameplay. Firstly, unknown race, amazing elder sister, increase unknown allies base stats by 20% for free, and I'm pretty sure it works in sub too. So Loli Merlin, massive buff. All the reason characters are unknown race, so massive buff as well. Unknown teams matter now, lads. You're going to be scared of these guys. And then the second skill is the Fura. You can see on screen now, it's the exact same thing skill as Elizabeth. You just stun someone, which is not too bad. I mean, if she's the sub-slot unit, then she comes in. It's not too bad to deal with that. Not to mention, afterwards, you to eat it, which is her AoE skill. Did they show it? Yeah, this here. AoE, Rupture, which is very, very good. I mean, if you have Elizabeth's shield, you can break it. It's going to work very well with Rem, because Rem does have an actual, Amplify buff, a little spoiler for that. But Amplify doesn't work, and in the ultimate, inflicts damage equal to 3% of attack onto enemies. All of them are almost all enemies, by the way. And then decrease attack rate stats by 30% for 3 turns. A little pose at the end is sick. Very, very good. If you get this off, you're probably going to win anyway, so you don't really necessarily need the actual 30% attack rate stats. But I do know when I used Red Grimmore, him coming in afterwards and having that ult kind of on his ultimate was very good, so it's actually kind of good. And then as well, just be able to remove shields is kind of sick as well, and stun. Very toxic, a good support unit, and she is free as well, so you're going to get her even if you don't want to summon. You are going to get her for free, so any unknown race character in the future, whip her in a sub, you're good. Okay, now we have Rem. Now, funny enough, I didn't think she was going to be like that. Well, I knew she would be good, right? But I didn't think she would be this good, which is kind of good because, well, Rem is kind of the main character people want. So, a lot of you will be happy. Now, she is red, so very easy to kill towards the 1. But, boy, if she's going to get that damage off. She's going to be some nasty damage, right? Now, if you skip forward, look at the length of that passive. It's massive. So, survival of the Oni clan. When the hero uses skill or moves the skill to rank up a skill or to gain ultimate gauge, increase the attack rate stats by 5% up to 3 turns for 5 times. So if you move 5 skills, like almost like 2 turns, or even merge some skills, you get some lucky stuff. You are going to get 25% attack rate stats for free. And if there are 5 or more ultimate gauge orbs, recover 30% of max HP. Not to mention you have Ram with the basic increase in stats, and also Beatrice with the lifesteal to heal everyone up. It's going to be insane. And then her first skill goes very, very well. And you don't really show it too much here because you just don't do it in the thing. But she's a single target amplify card, which you're going to get 5 buffs from that anyway, from moving skills around. So that's 5, or an extra 150% of attack. So up to 600% of attack. And not to mention you're going to have attack rate stats and basic increase in stats. You know how much damage she's going to do? She's unreal, bro. She's unreal. And this AoE skill is disgusting. Okay, so I had to edit this video because I actually didn't read it properly and I didn't understand it. But this is a broken skill. So what it does is inflict damage equal to, what is it, 325%. So a big AoE damage. Henderson the sub is going to do a lot of damage even more. And not to mention it is on all enemies. But also as well, it decreases ultimate damage by 50%. So if they use it all after using this skill, they're going to do like almost no damage, 50%, right? And it also restricts the ultimate move effect for 2 turns. I'm pretty sure that means charge effect, right? Like, you know, when you see like Lost Fane, or not Lost Fane, like someone who has Shatter on ultimate, it removes the Shatter effect, like how the Valenti, the Mark II one, restricts effect skills too. I believe that's the exact same thing, but only for ultimate. So if the user ultimate was just up, one, I don't think, like, this is stupid. Loli Merlin can just stop Elizabeth ult. Does this stop Escanor's death damage too? If it does, this will be broken. And not to mention as well, like, Assault Melee won't buff up either. Like, this is nasty if that is true. If I read that properly, let me know in the comments if I'm not wrong. But I'm pretty sure it restricts ultimate effect. So if an ultimate has an effect that gives you a buff or does extra death damage, I'm pretty sure it stops it. So just insane. And the ultimate is inflict shatter damage equal to 425% of all enemies. This is what King has. King wipes the field with a 6-6. So watch this ultimate. It's insane. She goes to her demon form. But bear in mind, it's like Red Gallant. Bro, look at her, bro. I mean, not Red Gallant. It's like, yeah, Gallant itself. So you know how she transforms? And then goes back to normal? She goes back to normal. But nasty damage. You want to get the 6-6 probably. But boys, that is it for all the units. A massive, massive unknown meta coming very, very soon. Loli Merlin got a massive buff. But before we were thinking, oh, Loli Merlin doesn't really have the best team because you can't really use Green Gopher. You can't really heal. After a turn or two, she kind of falls off a bit. But now, Beatrice support on her. Ram support on her. Rem being a good damage dealer and also support as well. Beatrice being a nasty, toxic freeze healer, freeze damage dealer, and just... It's insane. The ReZero collab is going to be actual, like, mad. It's going to be insane. I can't wait to summon on global, but bear in mind, the banner's bad, so... the banner just the only thing that makes this collab so bad, but, like, I mean, here's a couple mix too. I didn't show them all, but... it is what it is. This is what they had when they were kids, so it's kind of cool. But, boys, let me know what you lot think of the collab characters. Are they good? Are you going to be summoning it or not? I know some of you are probably waiting for it in global, but... These are actually good units. Compared to, like, the King of Fires one, I think they're definitely a lot better. And they may actually be meta, or not meta, but a meta team for a while. And you're definitely going to see, whenever you see an unknown character in the future, before you're thinking, maybe that's not too great, because, well, you can't use Green Gopher. But now, you see an unknown-ish character, they're going to get some good support. So, boys, thank you guys for watching, and peace.